Hey guys, yesterday I got a care package from Epoch Lacrosse. They sent me 2 hawk heads and 2 pieces of otter mesh. I had posted something on my Instagram about the scoop lines and being a little bummed out that I wasn't going to be able to dye the scoop. And they were like, you know, let me send you a couple. Let's see what you can do. First, let me talk about the head a little bit. I love, it's super light. It's got an amazing matte finish that I love. There's been a lot of videos already, people talking about the design of the head. It's totally unique. I love that they're innovating, they're trying new things, they're advancing the game, and that should be commended. We should give them our business collectively because this is what advances our game. Very limited offset or no offset because it sweeps down here where you're supposed to put the pocket. This head was specifically designed for the modern, the most popular modern pocket these days. It's mid-high, high pocket. That's what the majority of modern lacrosse players use, one of those. So this is designed to put your pocket in this spot, right where it sweeps down here, so your pocket's going to sit lower and give you that offset feel and performance without being offset. It's really cool. I strung one up and I took it out on the bounce back this morning and loved it. It feels fantastic. The dyeing, I wouldn't say it'd be my go-to dyeing head. The lines pose a bit of an issue, but you can work around it. But there's, if you look at one up close, and you probably won't be able to see it here. You know, you can't. Yeah, I don't think you can see it, but there's a little difference in the plastic. There's a little indentation, meaning, you know, there's a point here where it's supported by whatever during the production process, and then one right back here behind the ball stop. So it's, if you've ever broken, or if you've ever done a model or gotten army men, they've got the little struts sticking off where they are attached to whatever, the mold frame. I don't know. I don't know anything about how lacrosse heads are made, but I'm pretty sure there was something supporting it here and something supporting it here. Whatever happens during production in this spot makes the plastic a little different than the rest of it. So when I dyed it up, it didn't take dye real well here. The upper part of the scoop by the stripes was fine, but as you got lower here, it just won't absorb. And anybody who's dyed heads has experienced that. You know, there's always certain heads in certain spots that don't take dye well. You know, any of the gas heads, there's always the little spot down here that won't take dye. Now I've only dyed one, and it had issues here. But I can see from this one that it's going to have the same problem. So my suggestion would be to do a fade. You know, leave the scoop white or mask that off. So just in here is white. You know, whatever, something like that. But this isn't going to take dye well right here. It's not going to dye well. And I'll show you. So here is the hawk that I dyed. And you can see these areas. So what I did is I put some adhesive vinyl in these lines and then kind of did lines of the same weight around the whole head, just to kind of a pinstripey feel without, they don't taper off like normal pinstripes, but, and it's a gray. I used Rit Dye Gray, which In my head I always want to use black and just dip it for less time, but to get a nice gray, actually you want to use the RIT gray. It comes out beautifully. So it's a cool dye. It's just a little off on the scoop. You can see on the back too. Now I've only dyed one, so I can't say that it's all hawk heads, but from looking at my other one, I can tell that this one would do the same thing. So avoid that spot. It's that simple. I strung it up with Otter mesh. Being a mesh guy, I try a lot of different meshes. This one, this is the real deal. This stuff is good. I don't want to love it, but I do. I believe they partnered with String King. So it feels, I've never seen or held String King, but from what I've heard and read, this is similar to String King, just way lighter. It's incredibly light. It feels like nothing. I mean, it's still got the tag on it. The tag feels about as heavy. It's crazy light, and it's super thin, super small. Like, if you've ever held or used Stringer Shack Ultralight, very small, very thin, I should say, very thin weaving, but this is even thinner. And it's not like normal soft mesh. It's not, I believe it's not nylon. So kind of like Money Mesh, String King. They're moving away from standard nylon. I guess it's some sort of poly blend. So it, apparently it won't change. It won't bag out. It won't stretch. It won't do a lot of things. I'm gonna see if I can dye it. I'm pretty sure I could. It comes in at a pretty hefty price tag. So for a piece of white, which I think that's all there is, it's 40 bucks. That's pretty steep. Yeah, manufactured by String King Lacrosse. So it's basically String King. I don't know if there's a String King that's small like this, or if this is just Otter mesh that's got the real small. I love it. I love it. Anyway, if you don't buy Red Star mesh, how dare you? Then buy this. I strung this up this morning. I used Joe from Throne. I used his pattern in his video just because I had never strung a hawk and I wanted to get it done quickly, so I didn't want to go through the process of trying to figure out what worked the best. For the Epoch head with Joe's, I don't know, he's got a name for it, King Pocket? I'm not sure. I wouldn't recommend this pocket with Otter mesh. I think maybe it's not pulled quite tight enough up here. I mean, I cranked it down and went as tight as I could, but it still lifts a little bit. If I strung this up just winging it, trying a pattern on my own, I would probably leave this strung up. I don't mind when I get lipped off the scoop. It kind of lets me know where the release is a little better. It's a little easier to dial it in. So if you don't mind a little lip and you're stringing up a hawk with Otter mesh, it's a good pocket for you. It's nice. I don't have a screw though, so I couldn't shoot real hard. I didn't want it to fly away.
I pooped today!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Look for new videos every Thursday. I'm going to try to stick to that schedule. Click subscribe if you have not. Click the video that's playing in the upper right to go see more of my videos. Check me out on Instagram. And grow the game and treat it well.